You're listening to an Accent Productions podcast.
Hello, friends, and welcome back to Moody&D. Last we left off, a strange new individual appeared. An individual who introduced himself under the name Bran and had a sparking warhammer that spoke to some of our party members. They, shortly thereafter, received word from Migosk, who came in to Surak's workshop, announcing that they had discovered something new within the dungeon underneath the temple. Something that was quite concerning, as nothing new had been discovered there over the past year. And that is where we pick up our story, as the party begins to inspect the room in front of them. So, alright, so you get to the room Z. You've been told there is a plate in the wall that can be pushed in, but you do not know what it is or where it is. There are a couple, tools that have sort of been set up. People, this has been your headquarters, but they have had still people investigating it, trying to find anything that's not there or something that you guys might have missed, because you were a 2-year-old golem, a 14-year-old girl, and a considered lunatic tiefling. So
that's fair.
As we're walking there, because Bran's never seen anything like this, he's gonna be like, "What is this place?" And would I recognize that there's something arcanic going on?
You would recognize. Actually, make an Arcana check. There's a whole skill for that.
I'll keep it. Let's see. That is a 21.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you recognize there's definitely some arcane magic going on here. You can see elements that you're like, oh, this was definitely put together by someone who is skilled in the arcane arts.
Sorry. I keep wanting to call you Carrick, and that's not your name. Kizak. Sorry. How I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. How closely are you paying attention? And do you have the tattletale air about you? If I'm rude, it's going to be
That would be an insight check.
Okay.
Do I roll a deception check?
You can roll deception if you'd
Reese
like.
doesn't give freebies.
I have a -2 in charisma, so
my insight was 7, so
my deception was 14.
Wow! Dang.
So I think you're gonna tell on me.
No,
not necessarily.
not necessarily.
You can't really discern anything of that nature.
You also remember that I don't really talk to anyone except for you and Surak.
Yep.
So, what do you need to know here? There was a wizard. He turned himself into a dragon. This was his lair. And he lived as a dragon until he couldn't anymore.
Until he was murdered.
Bran's just like, oh, okay. The worst he's ever had to deal with in his life is gangs. So dragons and that's just all right, I guess. Why not?
Yep, and now, thanks to a guy that we drove off, I get to use his lair as my headquarters.
Can I insight that?
Yeah.
To see if she's lying about driving him off.
Go for it.
Ooh, yay. That's a 17?
Go ahead and roll deception.
Yeah.
Darn it.
No, you
No,
win.
you win.
Yeah.
17.
Oh,
Yeah.
You
oh,
win.
yeah.
You win.
You
There's
can
a
just
15 on my dice.
Yeah,
that's
no.
why.
You can see just through what she's saying to see that there are elements of what she said that are kind of true, and there are definitely elements that aren't.
Okay.
So you make it to the room with the gash, and you can see there's nobody down there currently working on it, but there is a table set up next to a particular portion of the wall.
Okay. Also, I'm assuming lights have been installed, or torches and stuff
Yes.
since?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yep. Yeah. There's light down here because you can't see in the dark.
Yeah, I know. Learned that the hard way last time.
Yeah.
Is her nose broken? Like, is it still that way? Or?
No, it's
After
fixed now.
a year, no.
been
Nah,
like a year.
it looks a little different than before she broke it, but
Definitely didn't heal, right?
no, because she didn't get out of there for like 3 days.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go by the table first and
Yep.
just try to start
Yeah.
feeling and
Go
pushing.
ahead and
her
make an investigation check.
Okay.
Ugh.
10 total.
Yeah, it's not great. You do not find anything.
Is this
You sort of just press on parts of the wall, but you're not able to make it out quite.
were lizard folk just now allowed to like walk down here? Would this be Kazak's first time being down here?
That's up to Audra. This is mostly Audra's space. Migosk had a couple individuals that he would specifically have come down here to investigate it and to look at it, but he kind of was like, you know what, fine. You're hurting. I'll give you your own individual space. And so this is mostly hers.
Yeah. I think for the most part, most people are allowed, specifically the office that we found with like all the books. I think
Yeah.
that would be more
Like
only the leadership has seen that space.
Yeah.
I would say.
Okay.
And then the place where Ima died, only the people who went to collect his body.
Cool.
Okay.
Other than that, I think if people wanted to check it out.
Yeah, totally.
Does Pips hear or smell anything that would be interesting to him?
Go ahead and make a perception check. I assume you have keen hearing and smell, which is why you ask specifically that.
Yes, because I have advantage on that, which is great.
Yep.
I rolled an 18 and a 2, so that's going to be a 19 total.
Okay. What does Pips consider interesting to him?
I would say, like, is there obviously he can smell stone, but is there any, like, residue of something, like, I'm trying to phrase, like, well, okay, I see the gash in the wall.
Yeah.
Can Pip smell anything that, like, would indicate what made the gash?
With a 19, you can smell that it was definitely made by a living creature of some kind with large enough claws or fang or whatever to put a gash in those runes. Pips also smells from the room you're in, down a hallway a little bit, further towards what you both know to be a way out. Pips smells natural, raw, unmessed with earth and ground.
Wait, do you mean the collapsed room?
Not the collapsed room, the one that Klaus and the lizard folk went down. That little space.
Oh, okay.
Pips can smell that.
Okay.
Pips
Okay.
doesn't know exactly what it is, but it knows that somewhere in a certain direction there is that, and it knows roughly the direction you would need to go to get to it.
So, in the meantime, Kazak and the orb would kind of just be like examining the runes, walk over to that table, just kind of look at the wall with his glasses. The orb would kind of be scanning it.
Yeah.
He would knock on the wall.
Make a you can make one of two kinds of checks for me. You can make an Arcana check, or you can make an investigation check, and you will get different things depending on what you're looking for using those checks.
I think I'm gonna do investigation.
Okay.
That's an 18.
Okay. Actually, I'll have you roll both.
Okay.
Roll an Arcana check as well.
That is a 23 on Arcana.
Okay.
So 18 investigation, 23 Arcana.
Yeah. You notice in the runes, specifically under the gash mark, sort of through the gash mark,
Mm-hmm.
there is a portion of the rune system that you look at and you're like, even if it was complete, that wouldn't do anything. Those runes don't do anything at all in that sequencing. That might be what they're talking about.
Okay. Can I push down on it?
Yeah, make a strength check.
That one.
Nope. No, you cannot. You do not.
Are the lights in here, are they torches or?
They're torches.
They're torches. Okay, and are there any over on the wall with the runes?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, so all of the walls in here and the floor are covered in runes.
Okay.
There's just one wall that has a gash on it.
Okay.
I'm gonna speak up, but I'm gonna say, there's something. If these runes were completed, this would not do anything. The magic, nothing magical would happen. There's something weird here.
Really?
Yes.
I'm gonna walk over.
Go ahead and make an Arcana check.
I'll walk over too just to see what's
Can
going
I
on.
can I help?
You knowing something about arcane magic can make Arcana. You can help Audrey. Yeah. You can like point out like.
Well, I got
so
a
you-
natural one.
You would give her advantage, is what the.
Oh,
help
okay,
action
okay,
does.
okay,
So go ahead and roll
Because
again.
that was a natural one on the
Yeah.
first roll.
I only got a 12, so.
You can.
Another natural one.
Yes.
No.
Really?
Wow.
No.
Double-
Bye, dice. Bye.
Double nat ones at advantage.
Oh, that's
Audrey,
so
you
bad.
cannot see what he's referring to.
You just
Okay.
smack your head into the wall.
Bran, you look at it and you're kind of looking at it. You're like, I mean, I can kind of tell what the rest of this wall is supposed to do. It's some sort of illusion magic, but that right there, I mean, it's not illusion magic. I don't know if it's anything. Could be something.
Could I cast mending on the wall?
Sure.
Let me read mending exactly.
Mending requires that the part that is broken or torn or scratched is less than 1 foot in.
Yeah, because this is a big gash, but I'm trying to
Right.
just kind of like maybe complete some part around the weird part.
Here's what I'll say. Make a spell casting ability check.
Okay.
Because technically that's not how the spell works, but
Nat 20. It's not necessarily how the spell works, so I don't know how much the nat 20 actually does.
I mean, a nat 20 is a nat 20.
It's a 25 if it makes any difference.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Well, so for those of you who don't know the DC system, DC 30 is considered nearly impossible. DC 25 is considered very hard. Nearly impossible would be if you tried to fix the whole thing, but you were only trying to fix a part. So in that section of these runes that you're like, even if these were completed, it wouldn't do anything, you completely remove the gash, and they are restored to their runic state.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna do my firebolt.
Your little blowtorch
My
finger.
firebolt blowtorch finger, and just kind of trace it along the runes, do something to like do anything.
Yeah. Does not seem to do anything when you do
Okay.
Can I try and like press my hands on the wall and see if I can feel anything?
that. Specifically on the section he fixed.
Like, yeah, the section that I've noticed is weird.
Yeah. Go ahead and make... We'll call this a perception check, because you're searching for something within the wall.
Yeah,
Or actually, investigation.
Investigation, that works. So that's gonna be a 23.
Okay. The 23, right over that section that you just fixed, you apply just enough pressure to see that this can shift inward. It's like there's like a small piece in the bottom corner that like shifts halfway down, and then you push the whole thing in. You haven't done it yet, but you know you could.
Okay. I'm gonna look at them and just say, hey, look, this is your dungeon. I don't want to impose, but the plate's right here. All you got to do is hit this little spot here, and then you push in, and it should work.
I look at Adra and I say, should he do it?
Let me check for traps first.
Go
This
ahead
place
and,
was trapped before.
Go ahead and make an investigation check.
I really just wanted you to push it, and bet you were helpful. Wait, which one?
Investigation.
Okay. Ooh, 20. Dirty 20.
Yeah. You do not see any traps. It does not appear to be trapped at all.
All right. You can do the honors.
In my head, right as I'm doing this, I just say to Tor, I'm just like, I swear, if I die because of this, I will haunt you.
You should do it. You should do it. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And you feel like an internal urge. Make like just a charisma saving throw.
Oh,
the DC's
no.
not very high.
Well, that's good, because that's a... right. I'm a warlock. My charisma's
You're
amazing.
a warlock. Your charisma's
Yeah.
amazing.
That's going to be a 15.
Yeah, high enough. You felt him try to push your body to do it.
Yep.
The orb is kind of behind us, like just kind of zooming through the air. It seems like it's excited,
Okay.
and it's just kind of like zooming. And Vanilla is just all over the air.
I love it.
Oh,
I
no.
love it so much.
So I'm going to go for it. I'm going to hit the thing and press it. And as I've hit it, once I feel it like click into place and starting to press, I'm going to reach down and draw out a dagger. And just like, does that work with the mechanism? Do I
Yeah.
have to- okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll have a dagger out at this point.
Yeah, you've got
And-
your dagger prepped.
Yeah.
And when I see that, I'm gonna pull my short bow out.
Yep, totally fine. All right,
Aim it at me.
you press this in, and about 10 feet of the wall in front of you just drops into the ground. And there is a hallway in front of you.
Do we hear anything? Smell anything?
Perception check.
Oh, a natural 20
Ooh.
for 26.
You do not hear anything at the nothing normal, but you being an arcane caster with a natural 20 can hear just the light hum of something within the weave, which is where you draw your magic from, just pinging gently at the end of that hallway.
Right.
Ooh. I like this.
Okay.
So I am going to. Would I sense that?
Perception check.
Okay.
This is you, not your weasel.
Yes. It's awful. Let me see. 12.
No, not with
Darn
that kind of
darn
roll.
it.
Sorry.
I'm gonna say there's something down here at the end of the hallway. I'm going to exchange my short bow for a dagger and then light a, because I'm assuming it's dark.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
I'm gonna light a thing.
Hey, look at that! She learned. It took a year, but she's doing it on her
Frick,
own.
I don't have dark vision anymore.
No, you
As she puts the dagger away, like pulling out Tor, both hands,
Yeah,
just like
Tor is
ready to
still
swing.
sparking.
Oh no, it's gonna be bad.
Yeah, he's still sparking, and he's giving off just like it's those same like faint like light blue sparks that he appeared in. Tor has been doing this the whole time. You've like it's the hammer has been doing this the whole time. It's not done anything.
Okay.
You've just noticed it.
As we're doing this, I'm just gonna look at him like, still, why are you still going like this? Do you know how many times you've almost ruined like plans because you started sparking?
He just goes, I feel something's coming.
As we're walking,
I'm
I'm just gonna look back and be like, "You want to control that? It's been sparking for a while."
Look, the hammer does what the hammer wants, and the hammer is doing this.
I could control my weapons.
Oh!
I kind of pat you on the shoulder and I say,
You can't reach my shoulder.
"Yeah, I can. I'm 5 feet tall."
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you're tall.
she's-
Okay,
she's
yep,
really
she's short.
short.
She's short.
I just kind of pat your shoulder and I'm like, I understand. And I kind of point to the orb. By the way, I'm totally gonna let you DM this, but could I like have the orb open up again and just like this little flashlight kind of thing come out
Yeah,
and
totally.
just
What?
like
Light is a cantrip.
yep.
Yeah,
I don't
you-
have that cantrip. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, you're an artificer, and you have it's your first level.
Tinkering.
It's your first level artificer
Yup.
ability. You can make an object glow.
So yeah, so as you light your torch, the orb is kind of gonna hover in front of us, not completely, kind of level with you, and it's gonna open up, and this little kind of metal rod will come out, and just suddenly, and light's gonna come out
Yep.
of it.
Is there anything that Bran can see? Because I can see 100, like,
Yep, yes.
out of the light.
You can see about 80 feet down the hallway. It opens up into a larger room.
Okay.
And you can see in the center of that room, you can't see too much because it's still a good distance away, but in the center of that room, there's some form of pedestal.
I'll relay that to them and just be like, hey, there's a pedestal in the room. So yeah, let's see what happens.
All right, you guys keep walking down. You get to the edge of where this hallway turns into a room. I am assuming that Audra stops everyone, being the only one who's explored this entire thing, and as I, your DM, recall, never entered a room again after the first one went
That
wrong.
was what Klaus did, excuse me.
Yes, but then she
Yeah,
did the same thing
We started
afterward.
making I'm a
It was the
first.
whole party started doing that.
I was just like, runner pose, let's go.
Yeah, so I will stop at the edge of the hallway.
Yep.
And
Kizak won't stop. He just keeps going.
Yep, Kizak walks into the room. Nothing happens.
And the orb kind of follows him, and he goes and just kind of starts hovering around the room, lighting things up.
I definitely stopped with Audra because at this point I know she has the most experience, so I'm just kind of standing there like looking in the room.
Yeah.
Do I notice anything?
Perception check.
Like that. Perception. It's 18.
Yeah, now that you're closer, you can see the top of that pedestal. There's something about it. It looks like the top is glass.
okay.
And you can see what looks to be, you can't see much detail, but it looks like a pair of gloves sitting in the top.
I am going to, since I see that the other lizard folk whom would I know what they are?
Lizard folk? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, lizard folk do not only exist in Kaizo. The ones here are a lot more different colors. The ones you see up north are mostly a dark bluish color.
Okay, so I'm going to first use the lovely Eldritch Invocation, Eldritch Sight, because I can cast Detect Magic at will, and I
Yeah.
would like to cast Detect Magic on the pedestal.
Yeah, so you don't cast Detect Magic on a specific thing, you just notice anything
Okay.
magical within the
Okay.
area. So, when you do that, a couple things happen. Firstly, the little orb glows like a light bulb in your vision now, because it is just filled with all sorts of magic stuff. A small dagger on Audra's side begins to glow. Her bow begins to glow. Obviously, Tor, in your vision, like he's in your hands, right?
Mhm,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's a little like extra bright because he's Tor. And then in that pedestal, those gloves begin to glow a faint. It shows you the school, and you pick up. It's actually two different schools. It is abjuration and evocation, sort of almost if you tried to mesh the schools together.
I'm going to walk forward and just as I'm doing that, just say, well, these are magical of some sort, I can tell. And with that, I'm going to use Ritual Caster feat, love this, and cast Identify on them.
You need to be able to touch them to do so.
And they're in the glass case.
Yes, they
Doggone it.
are.
The moment you say magical, because that kind of turns around on his heel, runs over to the case, and
Yep.
just kind of puts his glasses down, and just starts exchanging like different
Yeah.
glasses, and just kind of examines the case itself, but also tries to like look at the gloves and see what they might be and how he could kind of get his hands on them.
Ever touch the case?
I would have.
I
would've
do
touched
not.
it.
Yeah.
The second you touch it, you hear a familiar sound. A mechanical whirring.
Oh no.
But this time, it's more. There is. All of it's coming from one point in space. In the ceiling.
And just as a reminder, it's the mechanical whirring from the
You recall,
golems that we.
not the
not
golems,
golems,
those
the-
three little things
Yes.
that had the spears that were poking
Yep.
you.
Mhm.
It sounds like that.
Okay, cool. That's what I thought.
And you guys see in the shadow, you see it in the shadow, you see it clearly because you have dark vision. This thing begins to lower from the ceiling. A massive, almost 5-sided, speared machine walking on 5 legs begins to drop out of the ceiling, and we're gonna pull out some of the lovely little tiles that our friend Christian made for us, and I need everybody to roll initiative.
Yay.
As we're rolling, I'm just going to say, way to go,
Crap.
String Bean.
String bean.
Actually, you're not very... I'm trying to think of a good nickname for you. I'll think about it. I'll need to go over your description a bit.
Maybe late in initiative is probably a good one because I got a 7. Oh no.
Yeah.
Yep. Also, do
I
I
hate
roll
surprise
initiative
rounds.
for my orb as well?
Initiative takes
Wait, no, he goes right after me. Yeah. Nat 20.
Nice.
Third today. Oh, next time I'm gonna roll like 2 nat 1s in a row.
Yeah.
Dude, that was
Listen,
the
that was
best.
rough.
That was the best on Critical Role, the campaign 3, when he rolled the 2 nat 20s at the same time. That was awesome.
Just watched that episode.
I need to watch the new one that just came out. Cool.
Oh, that's fun.
Yep. Oh, so it's like right in front of us.
Yes. Descending from the ceiling above you is this machine. And again, like I said, I need everybody to roll initiative. So, anybody in the above 20,
No.
Yes.
would you roll?
I rolled a nat 20
Beautiful.
and I have 23.
Awesome. Anybody 20 to 15?
Sorry, do you have another one of the little pink ones? Yeah.
Just use the 2 for that.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll say it's floating around. Okay. Okay, so let's see. We need... Okay, so 20 to 15. Nobody. Okay, 15 to 10.
13.
Okay.
Quadra.
And I got a lovely little 7.
Okay, so initiative order is Kezek,
Okay.
the Thing, Audra, and then Bran. So, top of initiative, Kezek, what would you like to do?
Drinking potion is an action, right?
Yes. Well, you drinking a potion is a bonus action.
Okay.
Unless it's like your alchemist ability, which specifies as an action.
Yeah. Then for now, I'm gonna move.
Okay. Yep, so you move back against the wall. Yep. And I'll say you two can occupy the same space because the orb is technically a tiny construct.
Yeah, it's a tiny construct.
Yep.
So that I have line of sight.
Great.
And or you know what? No.
Okay,
I'm gonna run to the corner.
Yep, you move back into the corner of the room.
And I am going to use my action to create a potion.
Okay.
I will create a potion of boldness, so I can add a D4 to any attack roll or saving throw
Once you have...
for the next minute once I drink it or someone drinks it.
Love it.
And then for my bonus action, I'm going to command the orb to attack
Okay.
because
go
I do
ahead
have
and-
to command it.
Yep, go ahead and make your attack roll.
Okay, so it's going to attack. That is a 17 to hit.
That hits, go ahead and roll damage.
Okay. Oh, what am I doing? That's 3, 8.
Okie dokie.
So that- So you
Cool.
see as Kizak kind of runs away, as soon as he sees the construct, he just runs to the
Yep.
nearest corner,
Yeah.
hunches over in the corner, and just like starts pulling out different things and kind of doing something with his back turned to you.
Yes.
And then the orb kind of sees that and just opens up. The barrel comes out and pew!
Yeah.
Shoots at the construct.
Okay. So the construct is now going to move around the pedestal into melee with Bran.
Oh joy.
and he is going to start his multi-attack.
Oh,
Oh no.
oh no.
We didn't even stop for like healing pods, little plants.
All right, that is a 12 to hit, which will not hit.
That does not hit.
All right. And that's a 9 to hit, which will not hit.
Nope.
It only intended to make 2 attacks against you, so it is now going to move over into melee with Kezek. You get an attack of opportunity
Oh,
should
I
you
do.
like it.
I would love one. Cool. First swing with Tor. This is gonna be fun. That means just gotta remember. Nice. Okay. That is going to be a 19 to hit.
That hits. Go ahead and roll damage. And you're attacking with Tort?
Yes.
Wonderful.
That's gonna be. Math is fun. 11 points of damage. Bludgeoning.
Okie dokie. As you make that attack, you notice something has occurred with Tor. And
Actually, no. Never mind. Go ahead.
a strange magical effect begins to take place. I need you to roll for the wild magic table.
Oh boy.
So
Let's
roll-
go.
So I use a homebrewed wild magic table. 1d20 is your first roll.
All right. 10.
Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The traditional wild magic table has 50 options. Mine has 400.
Oh my.
Nice.
Roll your next d20.
All right. 15.
All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay.
Oh no.
Okay, roll a d8 for me.
Lovely. That is a 1.
Okay. A black tentacle sprouts out of this machine's body that should not be possible because it's entirely mechanical. It does take 1 point of necrotic damage as this happens.
But it now has a tentacle.
Yes, it now has a tentacle.
Awesome.
Yes. And
Okay.
let's see. Okay. Cool. And it is now going to take 2 attacks against you, Kizek.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm rolling terribly. I need to switch out my dice. That's another 9 to hit, which isn't
Nope.
going to work. Then a 16 to hit.
That hits. I have an armor
Okay.
class of 16.
You take. Let's see. Yes, okay. 5 points of bludgeoning damage as
Okay.
it smashes you with an arm.
I just kind of hit the wall.
Yep.
And I'm kind of turned with my back to him, and so I'm holding the potion, just trying not to spill it. I don't care that he's hitting me. I'm just like, ugh.
All right. And then it is going to, once again, move out of melee with you and move into melee with Adra. You get an attack of opportunity if you have a weapon in hand, but if you're making a potion,
I have firebolt.
you need Warcaster to make an attack to make a spell attack.
Make a spell attack,
with-
then
yeah.
can I
You can-
punch him
you
in the
can-
face?
You try to punch him in the face. Go for it.
Because that
Go
worked
for it.
so well last
Punch
time.
him in the face.
I miss.
Of course you do. What? Nope, missed. And a little bit of the potion drips out onto the side,
like, oh,
but you
shoot.
you get just enough to keep it together. It is now going to make 1 attack with its arm against you, and then it's going to hit you with its
Oh, wait.
tentacle.
I have a dagger and a quarterstaff, but let's forget about
You
it.
don't know the
you weren't
tentacle
holding
was my
them, so you
fault.
have to
Yeah, I
draw
wasn't
them.
Do I not? I was gonna ask that. Did I notice that like when he hit, that's when the tentacle appeared? Am I gonna make a correlation there?
Perception check.
Also, I do want to note that when the tentacle hit, like Bran just looked visibly angry and upset about that. Like
Yeah.
he was like
Yeah.
really ticked off.
Nice. 16 for perception.
Yeah. You notice that it happened when he hit, but you also noticed that he was not happy about it.
Okay, cool. As it's coming towards me, I'm just gonna look at Bran and go, nice. Real nice. Because you touched the case also. To make this thing happen.
All right.
Like that.
It's going to make 1 arm attack
Uh-huh.
against you, Audra.
Uh-huh.
That's an 11 to hit.
Miss.
Yeah. And then it's going to attack with the tentacle.
Uh-huh.
That's an 18 to hit.
Ooh, that hits.
You are grappled. What? All right. Next in initiative order is Audra.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
So, okay. I had my dagger out. Can I just, like, jam
Yeah.
the dagger? Okay.
Yeah. Go
Cool,
for
cool.
it.
I'm going to do it with my +1 dagger.
Yep.
So that is unnatural.
Oh.
Yeah. No. Unfortunately, not. That won't work.
Okay. And then bonus action, I can't disengage from a grapple, right?
No. No, you can't.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
But I can do my, the Hungry Jaws as a bonus action.
Yes, you can. Yeah, you can try and bite the tentacle.
Okay, I'm going to do that.
Go for it. Make an attack roll.
Yep. What is my plus for that? Well, it's an 8. And I don't. God.
You rolled an 8 for your damage.
No. Oh, is it just damage for the bite?
Well, you do your regular, so it's a 1d6 plus your strength modifier damage for the bite, and then you regain Constitution score or
But
Constitution
she has to do
modifier.
an attack.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I assumed you hit. That's my bad.
Oh no, that's fine. I'm trying to find like what do I add? What's
Strength plus proficiency bonus.
strength plus proficiency.
Proficiency is 2.
And strength is. Oh yeah, that's a 10 total.
Yeah, that does not hit, unfortunately.
Okay. And do I use it even though I
think-
didn't hit?
I don't think it expends the ability because I think it
Okay.
only works on a hit, and if it doesn't, that's how I'm going to rule it because that's how Wizard of the Coast has been writing a lot of this stuff. Is if it doesn't work, you don't expend the ability.
Okay,
So,
perfect. Okay, that's just me sitting here grappled,
Yeah,
just
yeah.
glaring.
Yeah, that tentacle, it's like fighting and moving you so that you can't actually do anything. And you even try to bite it and your teeth cannot pierce the skin. And you get like this weird like goo in your mouth when you bite it. It's like, yeah, no, it's not fun.
Cool.
Bran, you're up.
All right, so I'm going to run. Oh, my chair just decided to die.
Yeah, these chairs do not like us. Yeah, run up into melee with
Right
it.
behind it.
Yep.
And I'm going to cast Booming Blade.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll for that.
Is, let me just read. Does it do nothing until I? Yeah, it has to. I guess the only effect is that it has to move.
Yep.
All right, so that's a 16 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. That's its armor class.
What is my damage die for this? And I was swinging with 2 hands, which means I'm
Yep.
doing a D10.
Yep. And don't forget, you also get your. That's right. You're below 5th level, so you don't get any additional. It's just wait until it moves.
Mhm.
Yep.
And then that is 9 points of bludgeoning damage, and if it moves 5 feet voluntarily, it takes 1d8 thunder damage.
Yes, it does. All right. That would be back to top of initiative order with Kazek.
Okay.
Oh, do you want me to roll for that for wild magic?
You only roll for leveled spells.
Ah, good. Right.
Yep.
Cantrip.
You can take diagonal movement as well.
I know, but I don't want to get into his range.
Ah, I see. Yep.
So Kizek's just kind of gonna turn around and start running around the thing.
Yeah.
He's gonna run up to you. Is giving someone a potion in action.
I would call handing that off I would call that an object interaction. It will take your reaction, Bran, in order to grab the potion from
Okay.
him, but you can do it as a free action.
Okay, thank you. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run up to you and just kind of gonna half whisper, say, "Take this. It's gonna make you stronger." He just hands it to you.
I'll take it.
And
Like,
keeps
just,
running.
Like, lets go of
Yep.
one hand of Tor and just like holds this thing. Is like, all right.
You have one more square of movement. Okay, cool.
I'm gonna move here.
sounds
And sorry, can I cast Firebolt?
good. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, that's your action.
Yep, that will be my action. I make a ranged attack.
Yep.
That is a 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
I believe it's 1d10.
Fire damage. That will be. Yeah, I don't add anything
don't
to it.
add
That's
anything.
3.
Okie dokie.
And for my bonus action, I'm going to command the orb to shoot him again.
Go for it. Make your attack roll.
Okay. Oof, that's a 23.
Yowza. Go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
Okay.
That is 8, 4, 9 force damage.
Dang. Okay. It is going to... Oh, man. There is... Okay, I know what it's going to do. It is going to maintain its grapple on you, stay in both of your melee ranges so that it does not get an attack of opportunity. It is going to blow a 30-foot cone of paralyzing gas in that direction.
No. How far does it move, though?
Only 5 feet, so it does take one... Oh, yep, okay.
Haha.
Yeah, it takes 1d8. Go ahead and roll.
Let's go.
Wait.
1d8 then.
Also,
That is going to be a 3.
Crap.
Is he out? Is he out?
Is it dead? It goes to move, and as it takes one step away from where it was, the whole thing shakes as what had begun to lace it, just like these visibly, like, if you could imagine sound waves being visible, it just sort of started shifting around it, and you heard a thunderous noise shake it, and it falls over
Hey.
as the machine slows and falls apart, and then turns to ash.
Nice. So I'm ungrappled. Or is the
You are
tentacle
you
still
are
survive?
you are ungrappled, but the tentacle did not disintegrate and is sitting there on the ground.
Lovely.
so yeah.
All right, you guys are out of combat.
The second that I see it's dead and that like there's nothing left of it, I'm just gonna be like, well, hopefully the gloves were worth something, and just like walk back over to the case, and I want to see if I could lift up the glass part.
I was gonna say, as you're walking, be like, hold on.
Okay.
Can we please check it for traps?
I mean, sure. I would assume we activated them all, but go ahead.
Trust me, you
Kis-
don't know Kazarash.
Kizak's just kind of standing there huffing and puffing because this was his first time in combat ever.
Oh yeah.
And he's just like... But then he sees the ash and the tentacle, and he kind of runs over and
I
starts
do still have the
examining
potion.
them.
How long does that last?
You get them until we have a short rest.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna like stick it in my belt and just be like,
Cool.
maybe I'll drink that later if I want to try and, I don't know, because I don't totally trust you yet at this point. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
What am I doing? Investigation?
Investigation, yes.
That's a 4.
Yeah, it's untrapped. This thing's totally safe. So safe, guys. There has never been a safer glass case in the world than this extremely safe glass case.
When I-
You legitimately believe if you shattered it, you couldn't even cut yourself on the broken glass. It's that safe.
When I cast detect
Breakaway
magic,
glass.
would I have noticed the trap magic on it or not?
It does not appear to have been a trap kind of magic.
Ah, okay, cool.
Or
Interesting.
at least there
Anyway.
was not something that appeared to be activated here that you could see.
Okay, very interesting. At that point, I'll just look at Audra and be like, well, anything?
No, it's good. It's very safe.
And then acknowledging the fact that she's not the one who's now walking up to it because she said it's very safe, try and lift the case off of that.
Yeah. Go ahead and make a strength check. We
We
have a whole party of strength 10 people still. Except
Oh,
for
yes,
your
12.
Yep, you're stronger.
I
now.
love that the 15-year-old lizard folk is stronger than me, but also a 3.
Oh, gosh.
You
Also,
go to try and move it. You could, like, a vein starts to bulge on
Oh,
your
no.
forehead.
Careful, you're going to pop a vein.
also after combat, the orb also seemed super excited, and it's just like circling labs around the room, just like.
Love it.
Oh, no.
You cannot pull it off.
Okay.
Not right now, at least.
At that point, I think I'm just going to look down at Tor and be like, you want to try this?
Heck yes.
All right, and I'll just look at Audra and I'll be like, stand back for just a second and just go and smash Tor double-handed.
Awesome.
Step back.
Go ahead and make your attack roll. Tor is just screaming with delight the whole time, like, yes!
10.
That hits. It's glass. It's not moving.
It has an AC of 20.
10 points of damage.
Yeah, you shatter the glass.
Let's go.
As he shatters it, I'm going to, like, grab the gloves before he can get it.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Make a sleight of hand check just to, like, make sure that, like, see how fast you can get it that nobody else could.
A 9. I'm getting rid of this dice.
I saw that roll.
Can I be reaching for it at the same time?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Here's what I'll do. Because you rolled a 9 and that's not very high, both of you roll initiative. And we'll just, whoever rolls higher on initiative will be successfully grabbing it.
16.
12.
Yes.
You successfully grab the gloves.
Let's go. And I just kind of look at her and I'm like, look, you can have them if you want them, but I can cast a spell that'll tell us what this does.
Oh, okay.
And with that, I would love to cast Identify now.
Yeah, as a ritual?
It's a ritual, 1 minute ritual.
It shouldn't be a 1 minute ritual because it's a minute to cast, but you always
sorry,
with rituals,
yeah,
you
Ritual
add
takes
10
10
minutes.
minutes.
It's 10 minutes.
10
yeah,
minutes plus whatever the original
Yeah, so
casting
11
time
minutes.
was.
And I just look at him like, it'll take me a minute. Give me just a second. I kind of like stand over. I put him back on the pedestal, brush off the broken glass, and stand there like with my hands on them.
Yeah.
While he does this, I'm going to just check the rest of the room.
Yeah. Go ahead and
Check
make
the
an
walls and all
investigation
that.
check.
Good stuff.
Kezek, anything you'd be doing over that time?
I'm just
That's a 6.
investigating the ash and the tentacle, just kind of looking at them, trying to figure
Yeah.
out what they are with my glasses.
About a minute into him trying to cast it, the tentacle just like writhes up, dries out, and vanishes in blue sparks. With a 6, this is a really, really interesting pedestal.
Gosh.
It's so cool.
Not even the walls, nothing on the walls.
I mean, the walls are interesting too.
All right, I'm just going to walk around.
Yeah.
Yes, Arash. We still have more secrets.
At the end of the minute, or the 11 minutes, you learn that this item, these gloves, are called the Gloves of Spell Hacking. In order to attune to it, they require that the attuner knows at least 3 spells that use intelligence as their spellcasting ability when they cast them. So it can only be attuned to by an intelligence-based caster or someone who has some other way that they cast their intelligence. They have a maximum of 2 charges, and they regain 1d4 minus 1 with a minimum of 1 charges daily at dawn. And they have the ability to, when you see a creature who's concentrating on a spell, as an action, you can make a ranged spell attack roll against their spell save DC, and on a success, you hack the spell, and you are now the person concentrating on the spell.
Oh, dang.
As a part of the same action, you can spend another charge to reassign the targets of the spell as though you had been just casting it, but the concentration duration doesn't change. So if it's like a minute duration spell and it's halfway done, you can hack the spell, reassign who the spell is targeted at and in what way, but you still only have 30 seconds left on the concentration. But that person the person who you hacked is no longer concentrating on it.
How many spells do you know?
3 exactly.
Okay.
And I'm intelligence based.
Okay.
I was going to say,
I don't know what else.
So I would look at him and I would relay all of that in not D&D language.
Right. Not like we're looking at an item description
Right.
from a book.
would relay that and just say, look, I definitely can't use these. They wouldn't interact with my form of magic very well, but if either of you can, they could be a very interesting, fun thing to play with. Actually, no, I definitely wouldn't say that. But I would say these could be very interesting to use.
Well, I don't, Nerdhead? Can you use them?
He turns around and his hands are covered in ash.
Playing with a disintegrated robot.
Just like
I just give you that, like,
what are you
yes.
doing?
I was investigating.
Did you touch the tentacle at all?
Probably would have.
Okay, so when you touched that, your hands got covered in like a goo, and so now you've touched the ash and it's making like a weird paste.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
so I'm just
I
like
just give that, like, this is a weird kid kind of look. Like,
I was investigating the material of the construct because
keep
it's
giving
different.
the look.
Yeah, I'll take the gloves.
All right,
I
and I
think
just hand him out.
And he's just like staring at the two of you, just like trying to get the paste off of his hands, just like.
And I cast prestidigitation and just clean it off.
Your hands are clean now.
That is interesting magic.
You know that you would be capable of doing it at some point.
Yeah.
And with that is where we're going to end our session. In the next session when we pick up, it will be about a year later.
Okay.
So we're going to pick up in about a year later. You guys will all level up from level 3 to level 4, and that's where we're going to more officially start Arc 2 of Campaign 1 of Moody&D. Thank you all so much for joining us. You guys are the greatest. We love doing this for you. It's great to be back. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Thank you all for tuning in and joining us this week. Moody&D streams live on XN Radio every Saturday at 2 p.m. CST, and the podcast can be found on both Apple and Spotify starting the following Monday at 10 a.m. CST. If you missed part of our live episode or just want to listen to the episode again, we'd love to see you over there. You can also find us on Instagram at Moody_N_D. Again, that's the @ symbol, Moody_ the letter N_ and then the letter D. That's all for this week, friends. We love you, and we'll see you in a bit. Bye-bye.